All right. V5 versus TES. Wasn't able to stay up for this series. It's at 4 a.m. my time. But I did hear that Rookie absolutely smashed this game. I'm looking forward to it. Really excited to see some of the play going on. V5 was opt-in solution. I'd expect a Nami pick. TES showing that priority on Silas. Sorry, Dagda. I want to cast this one. Combat comes through for TES. Lulu will be an expected pickup as well. The Nami should come through for V5 right on this rotation. Bit surprised to see the Kog'Maw Lulu. They have sort of been on the fringe of the meta, I feel, for the last few patches. They've shown their heads a couple times, but by no means are they a god tier position right now. For the bans, let's see, we have Wukong for the side of V5. I expect they might take away the Xin Zhao and the Vi for the side of TES, really putting Tien on the spot. Of course, as we know, Tien is a Lee Sin Viego 2-trick, so I don't really know if banning the meta champs will do much against him, given that he'll just end up playing that. The Jax ban, alright. So Jax has been showing up in the meta a little bit more. He's getting played a lot in Champs Q, specifically into Gwen. TS knows this. I'd assume this Jax Gwen matchup has been popping up a lot in the separate regions. TES understands that V5 are banning the Jax. They want to pick Gwen in this position, so they go ahead with the Gwen ban. A team fight composition coming through for Photic. We'll see. It looks like Rookie's gonna 1v9. The current champion second 1v9 in the mid lane, I'd say, are Azir and Talia. Rookie's been putting a lot of priority on Talia, so even though it wasn't first picked, I wouldn't be shocked to see it end up claimed by V5, as the Viego does come through for Tien, with a Sejuani response onto the Ornn top. Offering the Azir here. Oh, could be Orianna for Rookie. Orianna isn't really in the meta, but for Rookie, this champion is just absolutely ridiculous. It's the only Orianna play I see where he just feels like an assassin in the mid lane. He has so much pressure on the enemy mid laner, no matter what. And just solo kill them randomly. His Orianna play is, I would say, the best in the world. I don't think there's another Orianna player that comes close. Although we don't really see her played that much, so that's not quite a difficult statement to make. But we have Silas and Viego on the side of TES, so they're going to thrive a lot in these skirmishes where things are chaotic. They can't really get CC down on tonight, and he's able to just last forever and get TN resets. On the other hand, Lucian and Nami are really good at quick burst picks, and with a Wukong or an Orianna topside, their team fighting is going to be really, really powerful compared to a Sejuani. Conglulu, obviously, just going to do Conglulu things, try and gun down everyone in front of them. A lot of this game is going to come down to Knight, I feel, and what he's able to achieve with the ultimates he takes away. He has a good amount of them. As we get ready to go into this game, let's see how the level 1s play out. Will we see a 5-man stack in the bot lane for either of these teams, or will it just be a 5-man spread defense? Don't really think that TES wants to invade with their Cog Lulu. The Lucian Nami could look for a cheese early kill. That said, most Lucian Namis these days start W on both champions, which significantly hampers their ability to just absolutely blow someone up from level 1. We are seeing the first strike opted for Photic. This has been the new meta on the Lucian Nami duo for quite some time. As Ricky just goes ahead and spots out Knight and Jackie Lub with his orb. V5 defending both the top and bottom side of their quadrants. They don't want Tien to know which side the Wukong is starting on. Oh, as we see in the replay, Photic getting a nice little bit of first strike damage. But we see there it is confirmed that the Lucian started W in this lane. Of course, it's taken because it has the highest base damage and the highest range, making it the most reliable poke for Lucian. And we have TN starting on the bot side of the map, pathing up towards that double tank lane, with Xiaolong Bao starting on his red buff and pathing down. Xiaolong Bao has been playing well. I did see a leaked DM about Karsa perhaps being permanently benched for the rest of the split, which, while Xiaolong Bao has been playing well, it does surprise me. Karsa was really, really solid for this team in spring, and I felt like in the early part of summer. But we'll see. If Xiaolong Bao keeps working, then I guess there's no point in fixing it. As we see him going for a full clear, Viego on the other hand is going to skip his Krug camp. He's just looking to secure that quick level 3 and make sure he is in a position to take the Scuttle Crab. I expect a Scuttle trade on both of these. As you see, Rookie is just absolutely putting the pressure on mid lane. Knight down to half HP, did opt for a Doran shield over a Corrupting Potion or Doran's Double Ring. Obviously, this is 12-14, sustain options have been nerfed, as we see Tien going in for a top gank. Rich does have Wayward fairly low, though. Does he have W up? Second? Oh, ooh! Nice little knockback. Is unable to get safely away from the Viego, and that kill does go down. Well played by Wayward to really tank to the limit of his abilities. Should be able to get that cannon there, and then we'll probably base and reset after thinning the wave a little bit, just to keep that wave nice and close to his tower. Jackie Love and Mark, recognizing they're on the weak side of the map, they have no right to walk up. Just gonna play safe and hide in those bushes. See, wow, Rookie is just absolutely putting the hurt on Knight. Knight should base and TP back the lane. Rookie doesn't have mana though, so it could be a possible gank angle for Tien. Oh, doesn't manage to sidestep the W, but Tien decides that Knight is too low. They don't know where Xiaolong Bao is. If Knight face checks, he won't have enough mana for a full rotation. It'll just get blown up by the Wukong. So the waves are both cleared out. Now both mid laners could opt to walk back here, but if one TPs, I expect the other one to match. It's a bit of a scuffle in the bot river. Yep, so we see Knight TPs and Rookie matches. They both want to make sure that they have mid control for their junglers. Xiaolong Bao might be able to get a cheeky sneak into this brush as soon as this melee minion dies. Looks like Tiana's hovering the bot lane as well. XLB is further behind in experience due to skipping that wolf camp. Photic and PP God know that Tien is here. Tien's just gonna back away. His top camps are respawning. He's a bit late on the respawn. Some interesting early game adaptations by the junglers of both these teams, skipping one of their camps, the Wolves and the Raptors respectively. Mark and Jackie Love forcing Photic and PP God off this wave. Ushinami is a pretty notorious kill lane, but Honglulu needs to have some respect on their name. They can't just absolutely burst someone down. Plus, V5 opted to not take Ignite in this bot lane, so even though they have the cleanse for the opposing Ignite, they won't be able to Ignite Jackie Love himself, which makes this health lead for the side of TES pretty valuable, as they're just able to pressure the bot lane of V5. Both junglers just taking their time to hover their bot lanes as Wayward goes in. Nice Arctic Assault into the grass proc. He is up a level on Rich, but he did not opt for the Ignite, so there's not really a kill window here. As Rich will just safely farm those minions. We'll see if Tien is able to make something happen mid lane. Rookie does still have Flash. Ult up for Knight, very intelligent, flash here by Rookie. He gets hit with the Viego stun, Knight will land the E or E flash into a Shockwave steal into Rookie's just death. And the wave state is already pushing out, so that would be really bad for him. Just respecting the fact that most of TES could be hovering near his lane, playing for vision. I think this is really what separates the upper echelon of mid laners from the rest of their counterparts in their respective leagues. It's just the ability to know when they need to play safe. They're good at squeezing the most they can out of situations like that, playing too far back to really be engaged upon, but still getting the minions that they need to. Just very smart, respectful play, not losing their head, recognizing if they have to give up 3-4 melee creeps, that's really nothing compared to losing a whole wave due to a death. So you see Jackie and Mark aggressing onto Photic, dashes out. A little bit of a health trade there. Jackie is opting for the Blade of the Rune King item first. That will give him a pretty nice one-item spike. We see it a lot on Twitch, as it's generally just the best item for their DPS. The health, the AD, the effect are all quite valuable on these steroid-boosting max speed champions. Knight will claim the Honey Fruit. That'll be nice for him in his lane with Rookie. Rookie is low in mana, so he's in a better econ state than Rookie is himself. Stian invades for the Scrump. Songbao does have Smite coming up in a few seconds. Of course, Stian doesn't know this. Opts to just give the Grump away, knowing that Rookie has rotation over from mid. As Jackie and Mark claim a plate. Nice calm early game for TES. You may look at the Kong Lulu and just assume that they're scaling, and so winning the early game is just a free win for them, but once again, I think these team fights really are V5 favored. Their comp is just really, really good. I think the jungle pick is really what makes the difference. Obviously, TES was forced to go towards the back of the jungle pool due to the jungle bans coming out from V5. As an engage comes in by Photic. The Culling lands. Nice Cyclone to force the flash out, and ult from Jackulov. Will they be able to collect on Mark? Excellent bubble by PP God. Finds both, and the tidal wave to finish the kill on Jackulov. PP God really, really smurfed that fight. Going back to just talking about the way that team fights will eventually end up playing out, Jackulov has a lot of survivability with the Lulu pocketing him, but Lucian Nami has just so much overkill once the Nami is able to complete her Imperial Mandate, and the Lucian has his Gale Force, whatever second item he chooses to go. An EWQ combo is easily, from the two of them, like 2k damage, and that might just be enough to chew through the Kog'Maw. Even if he doesn't, the Culling will surely be able to finish off. As we get a good look at this replay, Kodak goes in, procs the Guardian Shield, and unleashes the Culling on them. Cyclone onto 2, but what really is here is after the flashes are out, Cyclone sets up the bubble from peeping on. Well played by both Xiaolong Bao and Nami in this little engage in the bot side. And that's enough to time to gold lead. Tien will manage to steal away the topside camps from Tien. We'll see if he'll manage to get a gank off onto Rich. Wayward is playing really aggressively here though, so Rich should know. Alright, Tien is clearly hovering my lane. Wayward just launched at me into a full minion wave like a psychopath. As Xiaolong Bao will get the bad news that his raptors were indeed stolen away. Here's some stats from Photic and Jackulov. Photic has been having an insane split so far, as you can see with his KDA. Jackulov obviously no slouch in the bot lane either. For the first few weeks of this split, Photic was just pentakilling on every champion in the game. It was insane. A carry's not quite at their item breakpoints, so Kong Lulu should still be a bit stronger. I expect on the one item spike, with the Mandate and the Gale Force, Photic and Peepigon should be able to win the 2v2s. I don't know for sure, I haven't personally played this bot lane matchup anytime recently. Good decoy out by Xiaolong Bao to dodge the stun from Tien. A little bit of a skirmish happening in the mid lane. As the coin comes out into Jackulov. Shouldn't die here, let's get the health bars. Looks like both the mid jungle are still fairly high HP. Just a bit of trading in the abilities department. As we just go back to farming. Infernal Drake will be started up by V5. They have complete bot side control, so it's no surprise. 2 control wards blocking off the middle entrances to the Drake, and Mark and Akulov need to reset anyways. Really good sequence for V5. Picking up that Infernal Drag is obviously huge for their champions, plus they're one step closer to his soul. Obviously, we have Infernal and Hextech Drakes as the 1-2, so the 2 strongest souls, in my opinion, off the map. Well, I do think Mountain Drake is fairly strong. I don't think it really means much in this game. The Oriana, Lucian, Silas, and Kog'Maw don't particularly index into penetration builds, and they often have pretty high percent damage. Riki tries to go for the flash shockwave play. It does miss, but it looks like Knight is just dead as he was forced to flash by Rookie. Nice rotation from V5 up as the Rift Herald is spawning, but unfortunately they're a bit late. Again, it's already claimed that one. The Stomp Tower shouldn't die unless they're able to auto it a few more times. Horn coming in onto Jackie Love. The rest of V5 is still a bit far, but he goes in, is able to get a knockup onto 2. Xiaolongbao Cyclone is down, so it's a bit difficult for this team fight to play out, as is the tidal wave. TES is able to just pick up that top tower, getting all the planes onto Jackie Love. That's quite valuable for them. Tian's pushing forward. Looks like they want to contest this red buff. In the end, they decide they don't have the number advantage. Knight is still coming back out onto the mid lane. We're just going to see this one. Looks like Wayward's hiding in the pocket, maybe looking for a cheeky play onto Fodic. Fodic does have the cleanse, and Wayward did not opt for the ignite, so I don't think there's any kill potential here, unless Fodic massively misplays, but of course he has the Gale Force, and the dash, and the flash, so it'd be quite difficult for Wayward to get on top of him. Some nice respectful play coming out from the Lucian. Probably recall here, he'll just finish up those Zerker Greaves and maybe buy a component. We'll see if he's opting for a more on-hit focused version of the Lucian. He is indexing into the crit, skipping the penetration items like the Sorolda's Grudge or the Collector that we see some Lucians decide for. Instead he decides I have a Nami buying me space, as well as 2 wonderful tanks in front of me. I should just be able to get in there and free fire, even though the enemy team has a Cog Lulu. Jackie Love aggresses on a Fodic, but of course he's just able to dash back out of that one. This Kog'Maw is definitely dangerous, but he's by no means unkillable as the culling comes forth, paired with the Imperial Mandate from PP Gonda. A nice little half HP chunk onto Jackie Love. There's no objectives on the map, but I do believe V5 are playing for this mid tower. Obviously, opening up the map a bit more is good for the Wukong. He's able to find more flank angles, and it's just generally an advantage to have the mid tower taken, obviously. They are in quite a difficult position. Someone will need to go claim the top wave. Looks like they're sending Rookie up right now. The whole team is actually moving up just in case Knight's looking for any cheeky plays in the jungle. Second Herald is now spawning. TES will be starting that one up. Once again, this is patch 12.14, so the second Rift Herald has been buffed. As Tian pulls away, doesn't want to get caught by the team fighting composition of V5 while TES is currently split up, and Knight is in base. Rookie does manage to claim this top wave in time, and as he shows, TES are going to go for the Herald. This team fight's going to be really, really important. You see Rookie leaving the top wave now. Don't quite know what the item breakpoints are, but I assume just with a good Shockwave and Cyclone, this fight should be V5 favored. Xiaolongbao goes in. I wonder who got the Herald. Horn comes in from both Silas and the Ornn, goes onto Jackie Love. A big knockup onto Rookie. Keep your eyes on the Shockwave, hasn't been cast yet. Sejuani does go down. It looks like TES are just in retreat. Good team fight from V5. Unfortunately, TES isn't able to get enough damage onto anyone to confirm any kills. And with the Kog'Maw running low on mana, it's a bit difficult to continue those fights. Rich, face checks Knight. Good flash out, just nice and respectful. Doesn't know where Tien might be, and even if Tien wasn't there, Knight would just be able to run him down. As we see here, the Ornhorn lands onto 3, really good. Flash, Arctic Assault for Wayward, but the rest of TES just isn't able to follow. It looked like Jackulov got stuck on the Orn Q, wasn't able to get in range. His W might have been down as well. As Wayward face checks into V5, just dashes away there. As they press forward, they want to get drag control. Obviously, setting yourself up on Soul Point would be quite the advantage. Knight is moving down through the top jungle. It looks like they're going to trade this dragon for the mid tower. TES did end up claiming that herald in the last exchange. Tien winning despite fight over Shalog Bao. And things have calmed down now that the dragon has been taken. It will be the Cloud Soul. I think Cloud Dragons have generally gotten stronger with the increased stats. Obviously, they're by no means a game winner like Hextech Soul or Infernal Soul. But for the two of these teams, I think Cloud Soul is really, really valuable on Wukong. Allows him to engage with his Cyclone a lot more reliably. Same with Lucian Tidal Wave, or Nami Tidal Wave and Lucian Culling. Ooh, Photic going for a really cheeky Gale Force and dash out. Wasn't able to cast the Q, I believe, and so he doesn't end up picking up the kill on Jackulov. But a nice display of mechanics, nonetheless. By the same token, I think Cloud Soul is really nice on Knight. And Tien, it's less valuable on Jackulov and Mark. Obviously, movement speed isn't as necessary for the Kog'Maw. You're just standing still and machine gunning everyone in a proper team fight. Alright, just a little bit of a little state. They're quite rare in the LPL, but of course, versus the two top teams, both of these two want to play it safe, secure their place in playoffs. This is the final week of LPL. Each team only plays 16 matches, so this is the last game for V5. If they could manage to secure 13-3, that'd be pretty huge for them. Pretty much guarantees them a spot in the winners bracket side. The other top teams are going to be JDG, RNG, and TES. So if V5 manage to win this series, which they do pretty handily, I don't know how the game scores play out, but they will be tied at 13-3 with TES if TES loses their final series. Coin comes out onto Jackulov as Photic is just burning him down with the help of the Imperial Mandate. You can see the power of this Lucian Nami build is really, really in the mid game rather than the early game. They just have the ability to pick a target and delete them from the map in a matter of seconds. Lucian is on his 2-item spike, did not opt to complete the Zerker Greaves earlier, so I was incorrect on that call. Just rushing straight towards that rapid fire cannon, wants to hit his Infinity Edge and just be a complete crit monster. Photic is significantly far ahead of the rest of his team, although Ricky might have the Seraph's Embrace on base here. We'll see. He did collect Tower Gold down there. Looks like he's just shy of it. He buys the Kindle Gem, so at most he's 550 gold away. He could be closer, but there's a dragon spawning in a minute. We'll see if Ricky's able to complete it on this top wave. If you see him recalling here, then he should have the item completed. It doesn't look like it. He'll just be running down to see if he can get control with his team over this cloud. I don't think fighting these dragons is necessary, but I think V5's comp is stronger right now. And getting a fight off, while they're able to just delete people from the map, as is showcased with Tien, is really, really good. Lucian dashing forward onto Wayward. That's a decent chunk even through the Sejuani passive. So we see Knight pushing in the bot lane. Rich finds a Tien trying to base in the bush, is able to cancel that one. So Tien shouldn't be able to reset in time for this Drake fight. I don't think he has an item buy, but he is no longer half HP. Heals up nicely on those Krugs. As they clear out some of these flank wards. Unlike the past few series we've covered, the flank wards are fairly valuable. Knight can get a monster flank, especially if he has like Orianna ulti or Cyclone and is just able to find himself on top of the carries of V5. Could be really, really huge. As V5 just take control of this Drake Pit and knock down their sole point for this match. I think TES are maybe saying they should give and just pray for a Elder take. That's probably their best way of winning a Drake fight. I think chancing it on just a cloud is really, really bad. If you lose the fight, you essentially lose the game. Baron's just taken. If you win the fight, you end up with a cloud as a consolation prize and an objective bounty. It's probably easier for them to just look to trade on the soul point for the Baron. Obviously, Kog'Maw is able to burn that thing down. Engage onto Photic, nice cleanse, is able to get himself out. Tien's stuck in the side of V5. And the turn is very clean. Shalong Bao flashes forward, flash away from Jackie Love as the polymorph comes through. Sorry, not polymorph, wild growth. Then he's able to steal away the Ornn ult. Only manages to find the ult onto Rich. Rich dashes forward. Jackie Love's positioning is horrendous there. Hit with the shockwave, instantly blown up as V5 managed to take away 2 whole members of the TES comp and push towards the Baron. Jackie Love is just stepping up too far without flash there. Into dash range of the Ornn. I don't even know how that happens. And Rookie is just quick to follow up with the Shockwave, I believe, alongside the Nami bubble. So there's really just no escape for the Kog'Maw at that point. Baron is indeed claimed, and Rookie looks to take the top tower. Let's have a look at this replay. So Photic gets caught by the Glacial Prison, cleanses very smoothly, dash onto the Viego, and he is taken down immediately, so already TS is in retreat mode. Knight, however, thinks he has a flank angle, and he's calling for that for his team. Jackie Love's pushing forward onto Rich, who eats the Ornn ultimate, but immediately after that, Jackie Love backsteps to tower range, gets knocked up, Shockwave, bubble, absolutely blown up. Knight is unable to find anything on the Wukong. The CS are now engaging onto the backline of V5. Rookie might go down. No, he stays alive. That is incredible. Unfortunately, Tien isn't able to find the kill, isn't able to find the reset. Photic dashes forward onto Mark. Dash forward by Shalong Bao onto Jackulov. Kiting this one out, but Photic is flanking on the Lucian. Unfortunately, Jackulov is just taken out immediately. Really easy teamfight victory for V5. They're 5k-ish gold up ahead right now, and it looks like this game is just in the bag. Because there is 4 down for the side of TES, and Baron on the side of V5. They're just going to murder these towers. Some resets coming through. Don't want to overstay and feed over a shutdown to Knight or anything of that matter. You see, Ricky seemed like he was caught out by Tien. Good sidesteps on his spells. Dodges the Glacial Prison. You have to say that one was sent wide by Wayward. If he'd managed to land that, this teamfight could have looked pretty differently, with Viego picking up some Fed carries in his reset. But instead, TES are just chased down. I have to question some of the itemization from V5. I don't know why Knight opted into a Banshees first. I suppose he's respecting the burst out from Knight going the pen build, or from Rookie going the pen build, as well as the Navi damage. But it feels really bad to build Banshee's Veil on Silas. You're always going in, so you're not really able to make use of the passive. As you can see right there, it really doesn't mean much against the Lucian. And he's just taken out. This should be an inhib tower for the side of v5. TES are just saying to hold the Nexus, giving an inhib is by no means the end of the world for them, and it looks like v5 is pushing for the Nexus. Good placement on the orb by Rookie, just making sure Tien isn't allowed to enter into this fight. Jackie Love is trying to free fire away on the backline. Glacial Prison lands onto the Ornn as the Tidal Wave comes through, lands onto the Lulu. TES just can't find an angle into this fight. Xiaolongbao starts to take a bit of damage, but Tien's forced to ult away. And this game is just completely over for v5. They are playing with their food now, picking up some extra kills, farming KDA. I don't believe Knight will be able to turn anything even with this Ornn ultimate. Knock up onto 2, and v5 end the game before anyone can drop. Really, really clean game by all accounts on the side of v5. Just overall good positioning by the carries, and good engages by the front line for this team. Hope everyone enjoyed this one. I think I'm getting better at the play-by-play, but I need to take more time with my color and analysis. Still, quite a fun one. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.